G'day, g'day. This is Captain Australia. I am at Eden outside. You can see behind me the lovely Coachman's Motel. That's the big sign, which is just a big bright blur in my phone. Einstein just rang. So he's just he ranges all around the place, visiting the national parks and beaches and whatnot, just turning his life into a healthy life. But he got a call from home, as he said to me, that his pussycat is sick, which is a very sad thing. I think he loves his cat, and he's going to go home. So we may not see him again in the walk, or we may see him again in a couple of weeks. But he's going to go deal with this, the veterinary situation, and love his kitty cat. So I'm waiting for him so I can grab my spare uniforms out of the pack. So tomorrow I'll be continuing on to Eden, and from Eden to the Victorian border. And as I approach the Victorian border, I might call around to the various different outlets, like shows like The Project or the Today Show or ABC News, who have covered the big walk so far, to see if they might be interested to, cover the crossing into Victoria, because I think that's a noteworthy moment in the walk. And all that media attention is it's profoundly important to the charity. My car just overheated, says Einstein, so have to let it cool. Okay, it might be a while before Einstein shows up. So I'm going to grab my uniform, and that'll make my bag another 3k heavier or whatever. But I'm going to miss my mate Einstein. He's become I'm very fond of the old fella. He's such a sweet, soft-spoken guy. And I just love seeing, it's like he's starting this process that I started a year ago, that walking for 4k, walking for 5k, walking for 10k, just building yourself up and slowly weaving hope into your life. So I hope his kitty cat's okay, his pussycat. It was the cutest thing in the world. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of the guy too. When he said, I got the word that my pussycat is sick and I have to go home to look after him, I just thought it was so sweet, because he's such a super smart guy, and yet it's just it's not childlike, it's just sweet, Anyway, sorry, I'm riggedy rambling because I'm an iggity old fool. I'm going to miss Einstein. He just sent a message that his car's overheated, so it might be a little while before he gets here for me to pick up my uniform. So luckily I've got you to chat to. Where's my glasses? Also, Sean McDonald, the lovely bloke who does the car detailing up and down the south coast, who you may have seen commenting and sometimes chatting in the streams, he's driven down to Eden to say good day. So I'm going to go over to the Bowls Club, which we can see just through the trees there where those lights are. I'm going to go over and have a beer. So let's have a look. We got some comments. Let's quickly respect those. Dee-dee-dee. Oh, okay. Say Aoni Detailing. That's Sean. Yeah. Hey, mate. How you doing? I'll see you in a bit. Sorry, I've got Einstein's going home, so he won't be sort of following along anymore, and I need to get my spare uniform out of the back of his car. So I'm just waiting to do that, then I'll come over and have that beer, mate. Okay. Tony says, hi Captain, how are you? bloody K, Tony, thanks very much. I've been I fell asleep on the side of the road today, but I think my thyroid medicine has been, interfering with me. But I think now that I've got replacement medicine, it'll sort of get to normal levels again. Diddly-dee, Phil Butler, thinking of you, brother. That's Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil, you lovely bloody big unit of a beautiful man. How are you? It's good to see your name, mate. I'm delighted to see your name. Diddly-dee, Kaz says, safe travels, Captain. Oh, well, if I were completely safe, it wouldn't be a big walk, it'd be a holiday. Wouldn't be an adventure anymore. So no, I'm very aware that I'm not safe as I walk. Today it was mainly dodgy road, not much room on the side, and trucks going too fast. A couple of times people driving straight down the breakdown lane. They've got a normal lane to drive in, but when you turn around the corner, straight down the breakdown lane. So I have to, it's incumbent on me to be extra cautious and extra visible. Luckily my flag's all up and working. Diddly dee dee diddly dee. Hey Cap, says Rod. Hey Rod, says Cap. Denise, thank you Einstein for helping our captain along his journey. Yeah, I'm gonna miss, I think we lift each other up, you know. I think he's inspired by the walk, and I take great heart from the fact that the walk is inspiring, you know what I mean? A concrete example of somebody taking a real benefit from it. So I hope when Einstein gets home and looks after his pussycat, he continues with the exercise and stuff. Maybe he'll rejoin later when we're well and truly down into Victoria, but I think he needs to take at least a few days to deal with the veterinary emergency. Thinking of which, I might, it's a private matter. I might see if he needs a little bit of money for that, because he's probably spent a lot of money on fuel and stuff driving around. What am I? I'm rambling, talking aloud. Yeah, just before a couple of kids, local high school kids, came up to the window of the hotel room. They're like, "Are you Captain Australia?" And I'm just like this. I'm not wearing the Captain Australia gear. Go out, chat to them. They asked me to sign their caps and shirts, which I did, and I said, "Sorry, boy," and we took a photo, and I said, "Sorry, boys, that I'm not wearing my superhero here," instead of superhero gear. That's how muddled up and old fool I am. Penelope says, "Can I bring kids to see you?" Yeah, sorry, do you live in Eden, Penelope? After I meet up with Einstein and get my spare uniforms back, I was going over to the bowls club. I don't know if children are permitted in there, but if they're not and you're happy to sort of be a bit patient with me, I can come out and say hi. Or right now I'm waiting outside of the Coachman's Motel. So if you swung over here now, you'll see me. And after that, I'll be over at the thingo. But if the bowls club, but if you send me a message, I'll certainly come out. If you kids want to meet me, I'd love to meet them. Diddly dee, enjoy the beers, says Rod. Thank you. Haley says, enjoy your cold beer. I will. There's someone pulling up there. It is not Einstein. Okay, comments. Richard says, on you, Captain. You're doing so good. All the best. Thank you. I'm just an old dude trying to muddle through. I keep wanting to say how normal I am when clearly I'm not. But, you know, I'm just an average suburban dad, father of three, and I realized I needed to take a pilgrimage to heal myself. So this monumental effort is all just about healing at the end of the day. And then in helping a charity and taking the fight back to cancer and all of that sort of stuff, I'm just muddling through and doing the best I can. If you take any sort of inspiration from it, I love it. And if you can wind that into your own life somehow, I love that. Brody, lovely Brody, how are you, my friend? We met at the big affair. How are you, asks Brody. I'm very well, thanks, mate. How are you doing? How was school today? I guess you would say, pretty shit, Captain. I want to start my apprenticeship, right? Well, hang in there, mate. Just get it done and then you can move on with your life. Take your life wherever you want. And that's an important thing, my friend. We all get to choose. Wherever we want to take our life, we get to take the steering wheel and do it. No regrets, move forward, you know? Diddly dee dee diddly dee diddly, looking for the comments today. Penelope says, the kids are on their way, we live over the road. Oh, lovely, okay. If you come over pretty soon, you might just get in the stream. So I'm at the Coachman's, and when I start to see a group of people approaching, we'll put them on the telly. Diddly dee dee. Brody says, good. And Chunk Wade, hey Chunk. So Chunk is a jiu-jitsu master who works for the Rural Fire Brigade and an all-round lovely bloke. Sexy as Elvis. He looks like Elvis if Elvis never got all portly and, you know, eaten too many hamburgers and stuff, but just aged with dignity. So he looks like an Aussie version of Elvis. That's what I reckon, Chunk Wade, and you can't do anything about it because you're a long way away. Ha ha ha. You sexy Elvis dude. We've ended up with thousands of friends. Yep. Well, I'm hearing some screaming. Well, I'm hearing some skateboarding and some screaming. We might have some new friends coming to say good day. Be bloody careful of this big old road here though. Hey, that's the coachman's sign. What happens when I do this? Oh, you can read the sign and can't see me. Look at that. G'day. Okay. Haley says, you have a great memory remembering everyone you've met. I remember the people, I don't always get the names right. And sometimes I forget important names like Ulladulla or Mullam. Oh, now I've forgot the bloody healing mountain, the warrior mountain. Penelope says, that will be them. Shh, shy now, says Chunk. Okay, so you want to meet this. Is your mum Penelope, is it, fellas? Yeah? Yeah, she said she wanted to come down and say good day. I'm that bullfed walking from Brisbane to Melbourne. Captain Australia. Yeah, did you? On the telly?
Oh, no, on the bus.
Oh, in your school bus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like 10 school buses go past today.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the Matrix when it was just one bus going past again and again. Oh, we got a bunch of people coming over.
Yeah, there's about 7 different adults out there.
Righto. There you go. Oh, you can't see, it's too dark.
Wait, that's my light on.
We've got a bunch of visitors come to say good day to Captain Australia, but I'm not dressed like Captain Australia. I'm just like an old weirdo in a beanie with a light on it. Ooh. Hello. I'm the bullfed walking from Brisbane to Melbourne. Yeah, just normally I'd be looking like a superhero. I know I just look like an old man right now. And is one of you Penelope?
Yeah.
You're Penelope. I thought Penelope was a mum. Okay.
Yeah, it's just mum using their Facebook.
We've got a group of kids. Okay, what we're going to do, since you're all young, we're going to form a criminal syndicate. Okay, we're going to make $1 million. I'm going to need you kids to go out and do crimes for me, right? I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to get in trouble. So you're there, and what you do if you ever get caught, you say it wasn't Captain Australia who made me do it, even though it was Captain Australia who made you do it, and we're just going to dominate Australia. We're going to be like, you ever heard the, you know, it's, what is it? It's that bloody story. You know, Fagan and Oliver Twist. You know that? Never mind. What's your name, mate? Who wants to be on telly? Everyone want to be on telly? Take that, hold it, and say hello. Tell them who you are and what you're doing.
Nothing.
You can look in there. There's people want to say hello to you. I thought Penelope was someone's mum. Jeez. Jeez. This is a very busy road, dudes. You got to be careful there too. Anyone else? Okay, someone say hello. Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, let's get this stream off and we'll take some photos. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 young people here wanting to say good day. So I'm going to have to end the stream and we're going to take a photo, all right? While we wait for my mate Einstein, who needs to go home for his pussycat.